His flavor
He's so vanilla.
is out of favor.
Cheryl has champagne taste.
So she had a spicy blind date
Caliente.
Muy caliente.
and sampled some of the goodies.
I just couldn't wait to put my lips on those lips.
I wanted some tongue. I didn't get any tongue.
After he tries a new flavor too.
We're playing a game.
A game? What game?
A game? Yes.
Will they stay together or have a change of heart?
Things might get a little crazy.
Hi, I'm Chris Jagger. Welcome to Change of Heart. This is the show where couples who've reached a crossroads in their relationship voluntarily go on one blind date with someone new, and we'll meet their dates later. First, we're going to meet our couple. They've been dating for 8 months. She's a swimsuit model, and he's a salesman. Please welcome Jim Colleen and Cheryl Dent.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to Change of Heart.
Thank you.
Jim, you're here because your relationship with your swimsuit model isn't, I guess, a model relationship. But I'm sure somewhere along the way there's a favorite thing or two about your woman here.
Yeah, she's a great kisser, actually. Kissing Cheryl.
Kissing?
Kissing is like diving in a pool with Cheryl.
Diving in a pool, I'm thinking cold and wet like my dog's nose. I don't know what you're thinking.
How about warm and wet?
Warm and wet, that works also. Cheryl, what's Jim like on the inside?
Jim is one of the most patient, kind, and just so sensitive men I've ever met in my entire life.
Okay. Those are nice, good things.
Yeah.
What about something you might want to change about Jim?
Well, Jim could lose a few pounds. He's one of these...
Come on.
Well, he buys all this exercise equipment. He's got like 10 ab rollers, and he's never even used them.
Not true. I go to the gym and I do it there.
But he
All right,
eats
I play
McDonald's
basketball. I'm
on his
very
way
active.
home.
I'm an active guy.
Yeah, but you eat McDonald's on your way home. It defeats the whole purpose.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like eating a whole bag of Oreos and drinking skim milk. Just doesn't really help any. Cheryl, is there anything else that you would want to improve about his looks?
Well, Jim isn't like the best dresser. I mean, he
Looks okay.
What's wrong with this?
he thought Hugo Boss was a rock star.
Well,
I got confused with the boss.
I see.
And the thing is, we went to this really fancy, like, upscale restaurant, and he wore the most embarrassing shirt. He wore this
Come on.
Hawaiian shirt.
Let me explain, okay?
It's
No,
so embarrassing.
Okay, we went to a very nice restaurant. I was
Hawaiian.
wearing that shirt, and I said, "Do you want me to change?" She said, "No, don't change. We're late."
Because anything else would be even worse.
Hold on, thank you. So we get to the restaurant. It's beach casual. It's very upscale.
But you don't wear Hawaiian.
When we ate, it fit in perfectly. There was no problem
He
with
looked
the
like the
restaurant.
wallpaper. It's so embarrassing.
Jim, you're a salesman. Does she ever help you with your clients in any way?
We went to a Dodger game.
No,
Right.
don't.
I'm trying to close
my
this
God.
very big deal, like an $800,000 deal.
Big deal.
People came from Japan.
so
They love baseball.
embarrassing.
Cheryl gets drunk
Okay,
and spills
I
a beer
mean-
on the guy's crotch in the 5th inning.
What do you
Cheryl.
expect? I mean, you guys asked me to go, like, run beers. Like, what was I, like, the geisha girl? I mean, they had me, like, going and getting beers for it. It was like, you know,
Well,
least I could do was drink a little.
Yeah. Jim,
one
what
for
else?
you, one for them. One
I
for you,
know,
one for
well.
them.
Jim, what else does Cheryl do that makes you crazy?
Cheryl's a little wacky.
A little.
Now,
And
when
we
I
haven't
say
noticed
wacky,
at all.
when I say wacky, Cheryl, let me show you. Cheryl actually has a business card printed up.
God.
It's very nice. But it says that Cheryl would like to apologize in advance for her behavior on the evening of.
Oh, I see. Pre-stamped.
Someone that does this knows that they're wacky.
You know, it's kind of a fun conversation piece. I mean, I don't just want a business card with my name and my phone number on it.
Apologizing
I mean, it's
for
so-
your behavior in
Yeah,
advance?
well, you know, things might get a little crazy.
All right, let's talk about the two of you, Cheryl. Jim, do anything to surprise you very often?
Well, let's just say Jim's idea of, like, a good time is the same Chinese food restaurant every Monday night. And I suggested, I love Thai food. I suggested, let's go get Thai food. And he says, no, it's too spicy. Jim is just, he's so vanilla. And I want to go dancing and go, like, you know.
Vanilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jim, a little variety might be a good
Yeah.
thing. Cheryl's a swimsuit model, so is
Yeah.
she used to the finer things?
Cheryl has champagne taste. Everything has to be brand name with Cheryl.
What do you,
Right.
I mean, I'm not going to, like, have tacky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
She thinks not brand name is tacky, and it's not necessarily. If the same item were on sale at Neiman Marcus or at Sears, same item, she'd
Right.
go to Neiman Marcus.
It's better at Neiman's. Like,
Exactly.
They don't have the same
Exactly.
stuff.
Same
It's
warranty,
different.
same
God
product.
forbid Home Shopping Network or something.
Never.
Right?
Never.
All right, Jim, why did you agree to come on the show then and have a blind date and get out there and meet someone else?
I guess I'd appreciate Cheryl more. you know, see what else is out there. But we get along well.
That's a good thought.
Yeah.
Okay, he may appreciate her more, maybe.
Oh, that's sweet.
Well, it seems that Jim and Cheryl have some obvious concerns about their relationship. When we come back, we'll meet the people that they dated, and we'll find out if they've had a change of heart. Welcome back to Change of Heart. We're here with Jim and Cheryl, who are tackling some of the problems in their 8-month relationship. Since Cheryl's a model, she wanted to date an exciting man who looks like a model and dresses to kill. So we sent her down the runway with a former model, the rather dapper Brian Kessler. Please welcome Brian to Change of Heart. Hello, Brian. Nice to meet you.
Hey, how are you?
Jim, first reactions are always fun. What do you think of Brian?
Brian, handsome guy. He's color coordinated. Seems to have it all together.
Okay.
Very sexy.
Cheryl, I was just about to ask you how you reacted when you first saw Brian.
Oh my gosh. When he smiled, he had this smile that just like lit up the room. I was so embarrassed that I spilled my drink.
All over you, or?
Well, on the table.
Just on the table.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a habit of hers.
I see. Spilling. Yes.
Well, I get excited, you know.
Brian, were you pleased when you saw what Cheryl
Very
finally looked like?
pleased. Very pretty woman. Beautiful face, great body. But the lips stood out, and I just couldn't wait to put my lips on those lips.
Do you have a particular technique?
Well, basically, technique just, I guess, comes naturally when they have the right lips. I even told her, I said, it's terrible when you have to search for someone's lips because my upper lip usually ends up in their nose and other end down here. But
On their chin. That's
Exactly.
not kissing, that's resuscitating. Cheryl, you criticized Jim about his clothing. What about Brian?
Oh, Brian, when he came on the date, he was wearing like these black linen pants and this white shirt, and it looks very sexy, like really urban and really hip. He's just a really hot guy. The first word that I keep thinking when I think about Brian, I keep thinking of the word caliente, which is hot in Spanish. Caliente.
it was muy caliente.
Brian, what was Cheryl wearing?
Well, you know, talking to her on the phone, I was a little nervous because she said, I'll be the one in the red dress. And I thought she was going to have this big salsa dress from some tacky souvenir store. And instead,
There's a
I
saying.
look in the restaurant across the table, and she's wearing this very sexy red, it was a red slip.
Okay. Cheryl, did Brian make a special impression when you met?
Well, I love roses. I am such a sucker for flowers. He came with 24 of these incredible roses, and they're really amazing. And they didn't have that. They didn't have the baby's breath in them, because whenever Jim
I
always
had them
brings
take
me,
that out. They
because
were
I don't
gonna
like
put that
baby's
in there,
breath, but he brought it without it, and they were just like all wrapped up, and it was just,
Nice.
I melted.
Jim, when's the last time you brought Cheryl roses?
Roses are so easy. Roses are so trite. I prefer to find other creative ways to give her something to show her how much I appreciate it.
And Brian, what happened after dinner?
Well, we stayed and danced. We went salsa dancing, had dinner, danced, and had a good time.
Yeah.
Really cutting up the floor.
Yeah.
In fact, everybody who was there would have definitely remembered the woman in the red dress. If they were at that place for 5 minutes, they would have remembered. In fact, the band, it was kind of funny because she was dancing and they kept making mistakes because they couldn't take their eyes off of her.
Wow.
So
Well,
it
the thing
was-
is, I came to the restaurant early because I didn't know how to salsa dance, so I took a lesson. And the thing is, Brian said he didn't know how to salsa dance, but he like made up all these moves and was like spinning me around. Remember all the twirls?
Yeah.
And I loved like the spinning part. It was
I gave up on the counting.
Okay.
Is this the same red dress that I bought you?
Little red straps and
I bought you that dress.
Cheryl! Brian, Jim says that Cheryl's a little wacky when they're out together. Did you find that she was...
sorry.
Cheryl is definitely wacky, but definitely very spontaneous and very fun. In fact, it was kind of funny because we knew we weren't going to see these people anymore, and that's kind of how I live most of my life. Is
What people?
the people in the restaurant. We knew we
right.
wouldn't see them again, so she's like, "Let me. Why don't you be the matador and I'll be the bull?" So she handed me this napkin.
On the
and
dance
basically, we
floor.
were out there on the dance floor by ourselves, and
And I was doing the little, I was doing this, I was doing Toro,
was a lot of
Toro.
fun.
And he was like flashing the little napkin around. I was like dancing around. People were just, it was fun.
That's our game. I've been replaced.
She had the dress that you got her. She was doing your game.
Playing the bull game.
I wore my own. I wore my own clothes. I don't think I had
Okay.
it.
Cheryl, how close did you get on the dance floor when you were out there?
Well, we got pretty close. Let's just say that I felt all of his manhood, every bit of it. I felt his And I definitely liked what I felt.
Okay. All right. Well, Cheryl, you sound like you had a lot of fun. The red dress, the twirling, it was like a Twizzler moment or something out there on the dance floor. They had a good time. Will Brian's moves on and off the dance floor be enough to give Cheryl a change of heart? We'll find out later, but next we're going to meet the woman that Jim dated, and we'll hear what happened on their date. We just heard what happened on Cheryl's date with Brian, and now we're going to meet the woman who Jim dated. Jim wanted a demure and independent beauty who won't pour beer on his clients. So we set him up. We set him up with the very upstanding, down-to-earth Susan Finn. Please welcome Susan. Cheryl, first impression. What do you think?
I don't know. She seems okay. Well, I mean, I just think her outfit looks a little tacky.
Jim, Cheryl says you never surprised her. Did you do anything to surprise Susan?
I tried to surprise her, actually. There's this private dining club in Disneyland.
Right.
That it was July 4th weekend. There was no way we could get reservations, so that didn't work out. But I was trying to surprise her that way.
Oh, Cheryl, does it surprise you that the surprise thing didn't surprise her?
But I would have liked to go to that Disney place.
We'll go sometime.
Okay. Susan, what first struck you about Jim?
When he first came to my door, his eyes were just, his gorgeous eyes and a great smile. Good-looking guy.
So you were happy then? Because that's always a weird moment there.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Susan, Cheryl thinks that Jim should lose maybe 15 pounds or so. Did you think that was a
15?
problem? I thought that was the number I heard.
Like maybe 10, just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
10 pounds.
No, he's a man. He's a guy. I don't want some wimpy guy.
Thank you very much.
The only reason I think Jim should lose a little weight is he's so good looking, and I think just a little more would give him more confidence, and I think he'd even be better good looking. He'd probably even be more successful.
Okay.
And just even more. It would just be
That's a
even
nice
more.
thought.
Thank you.
Jim, Susan's best feature?
She's got legs that are like 3 yards long.
My legs
Well, your
are-
legs are 2 yards long, but I mean, you know. No, she's got a fantastic smile and a great sense of humor.
You always say that I have a great smile, though.
You do.
Susan?
Yes.
Cheryl doesn't think Jim's too hip. Did you think that too?
No, not at all. His CD collection is, totally stuff that I've never even listened to. He was Public Enemy and all sorts of stuff.
A little old school, but
I thought
that's
it was
okay.
hip.
Yeah, Public Enemy.
I bought all Jim's CDs.
Oh, you did?
So it's really
Publishers
your good
Clearinghouse.
taste in music, not Jim.
Susan, another criticism that Cheryl had was the way Jim dressed. Was that a problem on your date?
Well, he knows this. His shirt that he was wearing was, and I told him, it was very cowboy. It was kind of...
Jim.
I knew I was in trouble when she asked me if I like country music.
Must have
Based
been
on-
the yoke.
Based on the shirt, yeah.
What did it look like?
That was.
Well, it was this kind of grayish, bluish shirt, and it was kind of squiggly lines and multicolored, and I don't know, it looked like something a country western singer.
Didn't you wear that for Halloween as the cowboy?
Oh, Cheryl knows that shirt well. Yeah.
Dig.
Oh, boy.
nice.
Cheryl didn't buy that shirt, I don't think.
No. Jim, what did you think of Susan's outfit, the way she was dressed?
She looked fantastic. She had a mini skirt on. She did fantastic.
Yeah.
Great legs, and she just looked great. It was great too. I walked up, and she was watering her plants in the front, and said, "Are we, ready to go?" And she took like no time to get ready. She was ready. It was I didn't know what to do with myself because that's never happened to me before.
So quick.
So quick.
Okay, that's good. Susan, Cheryl was complaining that Jim's too predictable. Same restaurant every Monday night, even though it's their favorite and had some sentimental value. Was he predictable with you?
No, on the way to the restaurant, he was joking, but he was like swerving all over the road, and I was like, okay, whoa, take it easy. But no.
Like, hi, we're gonna crash? Ha,
Yeah, just like, going down the road.
Oh my gosh.
Just joking around.
Right, okay. Jim, you felt Cheryl's too dependent on you. Did you feel that Susan would be the same way?
Susan's very independent. I found that out right away. When we turned off the water and went inside, she had told me about a couch that she had reupholstered. which I was just so impressed with. I couldn't believe it. And that when she had reupholstered it, she'd made a dress out of some of the old fabric. I was like, this is incredible. I call it, my nickname for her is the female MacGyver. Basically a couple of straws and, you know, a mirror, she could like contact satellites and things.
But that was just the first
See, and she hits too, a lot.
Cheryl, are you
But how
like
do you know
that?
that? I mean, you just met her the first date. I mean, how do you know that she really reupholstered it? She could just say that.
You're right.
Oh yeah, that's something. Yeah.
You could just say, you know? I mean, the Martha Stewart thing is so trendy, she could just say it to impress you, you know? You don't really know.
Right.
Well, there's something you go around making up. Hey, I can reupholster things.
Yeah, seriously.
I said that.
Well, Jim, it sounds like things went really good.
Yeah,
Was
they
there
did.
anything else that bugged you about Susan? You said the hitting thing. What was that about?
No, well, she's just like, she's very physical, you know, and she like punches a lot. That's why I was swerving in the car. Whoa!
Was that one of those?
Hitting you in the
We're
car?
gonna crash. Like play punching, you know?
There's like 5 minutes and she's like hitting you in the car.
Well, because she's like very animated.
Yeah, Susan, why do you do that? What's with the hitting?
I'm an affectionate kind of person. I mean, if I like you, I'm going to
Sounds so
talk
masochistic.
to you. And
I took it as a good sign.
Right, I
Probably got
like
lots
you.
of
I'm having
brothers.
fun.
well,
I'm
I
punching
felt
you.
like at one point, you know, I wanted to hold his hand or piggyback ride or just, you know, play around or whatever. And
Piggyback ride.
Susan, did you show Jim that you liked him in any other way?
yeah, after our date was coming to a close, we went back to my place and we were playing a game. And
A game? What game?
A game, yes.
What do you mean you're playing a game?
A board game, okay?
Okay.
Shoots
Okay.
and ladders or something.
Right.
Whatever.
I really doubt it.
Anyway. So we're playing a game, and then afterward, we went over to the couch, and we were just kind of getting a little close. I put my head on his lap, and he kissed my forehead, and we kissed.
Cheryl, is that surprising? Jim was on the couch and he wasn't watching Home Shopping Network.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. I'm just a little, I don't know, I'm just a little hurt, I guess.
It was very innocent.
Susan,
I mean, it just seems like you guys did more than just a little kiss. I mean, we just pet kissed on our date.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, it was very innocent. It was very sweet.
What about the
Susan, how
board
did Jim
game?
rate in the kissing department?
Excellent.
He's an excellent kisser.
One of the best kissers.
And Cheryl agrees with your assessment, Susan, so
Yeah.
I guess that's unanimous here.
Yeah.
They see eye to eye on that.
Yeah, well, at least something.
Well, that was nice because, you know, she's a tall woman and I'm a tall guy and actually can, like, look at someone when I'm walking with them or kissing them. It's very nice.
All right,
Yeah.
well, it sounds like you had a really fun date. She has
Yeah.
fantastic legs. You like that. She's very independent. She bought the book thing and was very affectionate for you. So we'll see if Jim and Cheryl will now have a change of heart. During the break, they're going to have to make their decision, and we'll find out what they decided when they come back. Wow, now it's a moment of truth. During the break, Jim and Cheryl each made a final decision about the future of their relationship. And there's no turning back after this. Will they stay together or have they had a change of heart? That's the question. You know, Cheryl, when we started, Jim said that one of the reasons he came out to do this and go on a blind date was to see if he would actually appreciate you more. So that was sort of like the main thing he wanted to find out. Cheryl, you said you were hoping for maybe someone that was a little hipper, maybe a little thinner, and just maybe more your style. So it's up to you. We'll go to you first, your thoughts and your decision.
Well, Brian and I had a really great date, and we had a lot of fun and stuff. But the thing is, Jim and I, we've been together for 8 months.
Mm-hmm.
We have a really long history. He's really great. But I've had a change of heart.
Wow. Brian, does that work for you?
Yeah.
Like to go out with
Yeah.
Cheryl again?
Yeah, I would definitely like to go out with Cheryl
Okay.
again.
He likes that wackiness.
Exactly.
All right, Jim, now, one of the problems is she was maybe just a little too wacky, and you were hoping for somebody less demanding. You had a great date with Susan. Was that more your speed, or were you hoping that maybe you were going to stay together?
Well, the thing is with Cheryl, I know she needs me and she pages me all the time and we talk a lot. And, you know, I guess I kind of like that. With Susan, I mean, she reupholsters stuff. She can change a tire faster than I could. And I mean, she's so independent. I'm not sure kind of what my job would be. You know what I mean? But I guess after one date, it's so hard to tell. But I'm definitely willing to give it a shot. I've had a change of heart.
Wow. Susan, does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Well, that's good. You know, one of the things, Jim and Cheryl, you wanted to see if the appreciation factor was going to increase or decrease, and I guess you found out. So it's kind of sad after 8 months that you both had a change of heart. But the good news is there's 2 new relationships starting here. So good luck with that. All right, that's our show for today. Good luck to Jim and Susan, Brian and Cheryl. We'll see you next time on Change of Heart.